Welcome. So honored to be connected with you this morning as we take a stand for our togetherness and do what we can in our own way to work towards uniting all of us and standing with togetherness and unity with our brothers and sisters. So the practice that we'll be exploring today is an ancient mindfulness practice called Tanglen. And we will be practicing opening our hearts to the injustice of the world and the mistreatment of people simply because of the color of their skin. And we'll do this knowing that our hearts are spacious enough to touch the pain of that. So often we want to look away from it or we want to tune it out because we think that we'll be overwhelmed by the pain of it. And actually the opposite is true. If we keep running from it and keep trying to tune it out, it grows scarier to our systems and our psyches, and we convince ourselves it's too much for us. But if we can pause and have practices that help us turn towards and be with the pain and the outrage of this injustice, we realize again and again and again, we are spacious enough, our hearts and minds are spacious enough to hold and be with all of it. So this is what this practice does. So in a few moments, on the in-breath, we'll be breathing in the injustice and the outrage of the way people are being treated, simply because of the color of their skin. And on the out-breath, we'll breathe out loving connection, the safety of our togetherness, and the wish that this difficulty will awaken more hearts and minds. And for me, that's really what I feel in all of this. I feel excited that this is coming into the light at a time when so many of us are present and awake and aware and still enough to take notice. It's like it's an exciting time. It's ripe. There's so many of us primed with our attention and focus right now. So we can practice together this morning, us loving mamas gathered here for the benefit and good of all. So we'll have this ripe moment, those of us here online together right now, to charge up our focus and our energy around this. And it matters. Every moment of touching into this matters. Okay, so let's begin. We can close our eyes and tune in. And just feel ourselves supported in the moment. Feel yourself supported by whatever you're sitting on, whether it's a chair or the earth beneath you, rising up to greet you and support you in this practice. And feeling that support, you can just relax a little bit more, feeling the safety of the moment, that you're being held in it. And as you begin to journey inward more fully, doing so as you bring with you a spirit of care and kindness towards yourself and your inner experiences, whatever they may be. And relaxing into an inherent spaciousness within you that's so much bigger than any one experience you'll have. Feeling into that inner spaciousness, that internal vastness. And just relaxing into it for a few moments. Good. And just allowing yourself to notice any parts of you that are coming up around these recent experiences. And they're just, one or two experiences that are coming into our our sight right now, and they're symbolic of many, many millions of others for ages and ages. So just noticing what's coming up in you around these recent experiences, these recent events of racial injustice, and how it touches you. And see if you can notice or sense that it's touching other people that way too. So just taking a few breaths, breathing into whatever's coming up for you around this injustice. Whether it's triggering compassion, a lot of people are feeling guilt that they're not doing more. So breathing into that guilt if it's there. Breathing into a sense of powerlessness if it's there. Really wanting to do something but feeling like you can't do anything at all. Breathing into outrage if it's there, whatever it is. Not trying to change it or fix it or shift it in any way. Just breathing into whatever's there for you. And just sensing there's others feeling the same way too. I'm not alone in this. So we can also dip into this practice of RAIN, an acronym, RAIN, from the mindfulness practice. We can recognize this emotional experience that's coming up in us around the injustice. We can allow it to be there just as it is. Even welcoming it in instead of trying to push it out or stop it. We're just allowing it to be there. And the I of RAIN is we can inquire where we feel this emotion in our bodies. And the N of RAIN is we can nurture ourselves around this. We can nurture ourselves by saying kind things to ourselves around this emotional experience. Something we'd say to a friend, like, it's okay to be feeling this way. I'm right here for you. And also bringing in common humanity. And there's millions of others who feel this exact same way all around the world. So practicing RAIN, recognize the emotion, allow the emotion to be there. Inquire where we feel the emotion in our bodies and nurture ourselves around this feeling by offering kind thoughts to ourselves like we would to a friend and bringing in common humanity. So really just steeping in the experience for a few moments, feeling that it is possible, that it doesn't break us. That there's space around this experience. And then practicing Tonglen, we breathe in this difficulty, we breathe in this difficult experience and the emotions and sensations that go with it, and we breathe out a wish. May this difficulty awaken hearts and minds. So breathing in this difficult experience, and breathing out this wish. May this difficulty awaken hearts and minds. And continue at your own pace and feel free to move your hands like mine if you'd like. On the in-breath, hands to the heart. And on the out-breath, hands forward and out to the sides as in an offering. So inhaling, breathing into the experiences that are unfolding as you tune into the injustice. And breathing out the wish, may this difficulty awaken hearts and minds. Just continue and feel free to change the words in any way that serves you more. Feeling free to close your eyes and just tune into the rhythm of your own breath instead of following mine. Coming back to breathing into your own experience in the in-breath and sending out a wish of awakening on the out-breath. Good, and after the next full round, you can pause. Just placing the hands on the heart. And just take a moment to notice what this practice is stirring in you. And see if you can just be with that experience just as it is, unchanged. Feeling the support of our circle. You're not alone right now. We're in this together. And you can just gently bow the head, allowing the chin to surrender down towards the chest. And just take a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests deep, deep within you. And taking a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests within your children. See that light within them and bow to it. And taking a moment to acknowledge and to celebrate that divine spark of life and light that rests within all living things everywhere. No matter what race or what species, all living things, bowing down to the light within. And then gently lift the head back to center and swim the arms out to the sides and back behind you. You can either have the palms up, the thumbs back, lifting head, neck, and chest, rocking the hips forward. And this is nice because it's an external rotation of the shoulders and it really helps to open the chest and heart. But if you want to do something a little bit deeper, you can interlace the fingers back here. It's a little bit more of a heart-opening position. And some people like to have the arms free, palms up. So just see what feels best for you as you experiment a little bit. It's nice to experiment. And then just open your heart to the racial injustice that's being brought into the light right now. It's simply being brought into the light of our awareness more fully because we're so still and present. Just opening our hearts and minds to the illumination, really, of the racial injustice that's been there. And then round the back, tuck the chin, bring the arms out in front, and you can interlock the thumbs. And fan the elbows out to the sides and shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, opening the back of the heart. And then cup the palms out in front. After that nice back of the heart opening, just cup the palms out in front and offer that wish, that prayer. May this difficulty awaken hearts and minds. Good. And I'm just going to move back here so you can see me a little bit better. So with the breath, we're going to swim the arms out to the sides, rotate the palms up, thumbs up, arching back. Inhale here, breathing into the difficulty of the racial injustice being illuminated. And then exhale, round the back, tuck the chin, cup the hands out in front. May this difficulty awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, arms back, opening to what's there, what it's stirring in you. And exhale, may this difficulty awaken hearts and minds. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. That's it. Feeling the spaciousness of your own dear heart as you move, as you breathe. plenty of space for feeling all that you feel around this. And like an alchemical reaction, as we really touch into the heat of those feelings and mix it with our spacious compassion, we can bring healing out into the world with our wishes, our deep, heartfelt wishes. Good. After the next full round, you can pause, coming back to center, and just bringing hands to the heart and just feeling a capacity to be with this. And feeling more steady and more present with this, it can carry us forward into compassionate action out in the world. If we're broken by touching this, if we feel like we might be broken by this, then it's harder to take actual action. But if we can feel like in our own hearts and minds we can turn towards and be with this, it can rejuvenate us for the journey ahead and the steps we truly do want to take around this. Just feel that capacity in yourself. And just see if any images arise for compassionate action. They may or may not come. Just see. See if anything comes to you. And then just humbly bow the head down to any little hunches or images of compassionate action you'd like to take in your community, on your street, a sign in your house or your window, or a discussion with your own children, or family members or friends. Good, and then bringing the head back to center, holding these images in mind as we bring the hands onto the earth and move and breathe with these images. So round the back, tuck the chin, tucking the tailbone down. And just bowing down to the possibility of these compassionate actions, as small as they may be. Each step, a little bit of progress in our world. Then lifting the head, neck, and chest, swinging the buttocks up, opening your heart to whatever unfolds for you as you tune into the racial injustice that's being illuminated right now. And exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. May this difficulty awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, lifting head, neck, and chest, opening to the difficulty of seeing the racial injustice. And exhale, bowing down to it. May this awaken hearts and minds. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause, lowering buttocks towards heels, forehead towards the earth, just resting with arms outstretched. Taking a few deep breaths here. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice sigh through the mouth. Good. Extend the arms forward, shift the weight into the hands, coming up onto all fours. And then melt the hips forward, draw the shoulders back and down, lifting head, neck, and chest. And you can either keep the knees down or lift them up if that's available to you. Opening your heart to the illumination of the racial injustice that's been there for ages. Take a nice deep breath in to what it stirs in you. And exhale, press back into child's pose or downward facing dog. And may these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Good. Inhale, come forward and up towards upward dog. And exhale, press back into child's pose or downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward and up towards upward dog, opening to what's there, what's stirring in you. And exhale, may this injustice awaken hearts and minds. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Practicing Tonglen. On the in-breath, breathing into the difficulty, the difficult sensations and emotions that this injustice is stirring in you. And on the out-breath, sending a wish out into the world. Feeling your capacity to touch this. Good. After the next full round, you can pause, taking your sweet time. No rush, nowhere to go, nowhere to get to. Just eventually relaxing into child's pose and settling in. And just noticing how this practice is impacting your system. It can feel really empowering to know that we can stay connected to this. We can deeply tap internal resources around this. Out of love and care for our brothers and sisters, we can tune into the pain of their suffering. And even acknowledge the little ways that we might have contributed to it. And that's hard and uncomfortable for us to do, and yet it's really, really important. And there's space for that too. So just take a nice deep breath in, bringing space to all of that. And let out a nice sigh through the mouth. Good. Deep breath in through the nose. And a nice sigh through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. And a nice sigh through the mouth. Good. And you can bring the arms alongside the legs if you're in child's pose. Eventually lifting the torso up. If you're in downward dog, you can walk the feet forward towards the hands. And lift the body all the way up to standing. Standing near the front of the mat. Good. And then just bringing some attention down to the feet, feeling ourselves connected to the earth that's supporting us. And deepening those roots. So imagining sending roots deeper down beyond the earth, beyond the floor, beyond the ground, deeper in and out. And also spreading out like redwood tree roots spread out, like a interlocking network of roots with our brothers and sisters around us. Our brothers and sisters of all colored skin. And just taking a stand for each of our brothers and sisters, feeling that sense of unity and togetherness. And as mothers, we can really feel that sense of caring for all of the children of the world. And from that place of togetherness and deep care, we can bring the hands together in front of the heart and extend the arms forward, up and back, and take a few deep breaths, opening our arms and our hearts wide. Opening our hearts to the care that we feel for all of the children of the world, including the red children and the brown children and the black children and the white children. And opening our arms and hearts to the injustice that's shined on the red children and the brown children and the black children in particular. And take a deep breath in, noticing what's stirred as we tap into that injustice. And exhale, bow down, showering this wish. May these injustices awaken minds and hearts. Good. And just tune into your dear body. Feel yourself here in this relaxed, folded position, this deep surrender of the upper body. Just coming back to this moment at hand, this moment that is manageable, that you're safe here. It's a manageable moment right here in the body right now. And just scanning the body for its health, signs of health in your skin and your heart, pumping blood through the body. Just coming back to all the cues of safety and health in the moment. That can help ground us for the practice. Good, and then bend the knees, fingertips in line with the toes, and step the left foot far back, left knee raised, an upraised lunge, or you can lower the knee down, your choice. The important thing is to lift the heart open, this triumphant heart, this spacious heart of yours that can hold so much more than we even think it can hold. But just opening the heart to the injustice and all that the injustice stirs in you. And just taking a few deep breaths into it. You can even suction cup energy from the earth, like you're drawing nutrients from your feet and your left knee up into the legs, drawing the perineum up and in, up into the heart. And then allowing the heart to flower open, to blossom open to all of the people who are experiencing racial injustice and have been for ages. And just opening our hearts to that pain as we take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, right foot back into plank pose or downward dog or all fours, your choice. You can also alternate between a few different poses. Just sending out the wish. May this be a rich time of illuminating racial injustice to awaken hearts and minds more fully. May this period of COVID lockdown serve as a rich opportunity for all of us to illuminate this racial injustice in a new way, in a deeper way, to awaken more and more hearts and minds and galvanize us. Galvanize us for the journey ahead. It's a rich opportunity. So come forward, either knees, chest, and chin, or slithering forward. However you'd like to come forward, even chaturanga if you have a chaturanga practice. And then finding our way into Bhujangasana Cobra pose, shoulders back and down. Hands can slide back a little bit. And you can even press the hands down and as if you can move the mat back. And this opens the chest and heart more fully. Instead of jutting the chin forward, we tuck the chin and lift the back of the head up. And just take a few deep breaths. On the in-breath, we'll lift a little bit. And on the out-breath, you can lower almost all the way down, or even all the way down if you'd like the forehead to rest on the floor a little bit. On the in-breath, breathing into all that this racial injustice is stirring in you. And on the out-breath, the wish May this injustice awaken hearts and minds. On the in-breath, opening to what's there as it is within you. And on the out-breath, may this be a time of illuminating injustice to awaken hearts and minds. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. After the next full round, you can pause. And press the hands down and lift the hips up high. Downward facing dog. And just take a few breaths to integrate here. Good. And then you can bend one knee, pressing back through the other heel. And then switch. Very slowly alternating so you can feel the sensations that are there. Tuning into your capacity to be with what's there. There's 101 ways to turn away from our unpleasant experiences. And yet it just causes us to keep running and keep finding more and more ways to try to escape. It's all for naught. It's not really possible. But we can expend a lot of energy trying and develop a lot of really unhealthy habits. So this practice of tuning into the sensations, being with the emotions as they are all ways of getting out of that cycle of suffering that begins when we try to escape our experiences. So you can look between the hands and step the left foot forward between the hands, right knee raised or lowered, lifting head, neck, and chest. Suction cupping through the feet and the right knee, drawing energy, nutrients, vitality from the earth up and in, drawing the perineum up and in, lifting through the chest and heart, blossoming the heart open to what is there within you. What the recent events are bringing forward into the foreground of your experience for you to see and know and integrate and be with. Feeling empowered with practices and internal resources to help you be with those experiences just as they are, unchanged right now. We are stronger than we know. And our quivering heart is an example, is a testament to our deep, powerful love. An incredible strength in that force of love. So let the heart quiver. And feel all of the space around that quivering heart. All of the compassionate awareness around it. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, right foot steps forward to meet the left, bowing the head down, tuning in. And just bathe some presence on the dear body that you're inhabiting. The body as a container for all of these emotions and sensations that move through it. Just giving thanks to the skin that holds us and contains us. This somewhat permeable boundary of skin. Good. Just thanking the skin, thanking the body for holding and containing all that we experience. And then extend the arms forward, lifting the torso up, lifting the arms up, leaning into the toes, hips come forward, This enables the chest to lift up more fully, opening the arms and heart wide. Yes, and just allow yourself to open to your care for your brothers and sisters around the world, opening to your care for the brown children, the red children, the black children, and the white children. Just feeling that care and feeling the other women practicing with us this morning in their care. Take a nice deep breath in, feeling connected with our caring hearts. And exhale, unite the palms to the heart in loving reverence to the power of love and care. A greater force than fear and hatred is this power of love and care that you're tapping into right now. The caring heart that has the capacity to turn towards and be with what it cares about. So with the breath, exhale fully. Inhale the arms forward, up and back, open to what's getting stirred in your heart. And exhale, bow down. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, right foot back, lift head, neck, and chest, open to what's getting stirred in you. Exhale, left foot back. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, right foot forward, lift the head, neck, and chest. Exhale, left foot forward. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, arms forward, up and back. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to your caring heart. And exhale, bow down. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, left foot back, open to what's getting stirred in your heart right now. Exhale, right foot back. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. And exhale, bowing down. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, left foot forward, lifting the chest, opening to what's there in your heart. And exhale, right foot forward. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to your caring heart. And exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to what's in your heart. And exhale, bow down. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, right foot back, lift head, neck, and chest, opening to your heart space. Exhale, left foot back. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog, opening to what's in your heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, right foot forward, opening to what's in the heart. And exhale, left foot forward. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, arms forward, up and back, opening to your caring heart and all that's getting stirred in it. And exhale, palms to heart. Pause here. Just taking a moment to notice. Noticing warmth of body. Noticing pace of breath. Noticing beating of your own dear heart, reminding you how strong and vital and powerful of a drumbeat it is. Scanning for signs of health in the body. Scanning for an experience of safety in the moment. And scanning for your own capacity to be with what is. And some variations. Exhale here. Inhale your dear mother's heart, arms up and back, opening to that spirit of care for all children. And exhale, bow down. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. And just pause here for a few breaths. Good. And then you can bring the hands to the shins, straighten the arms, lift the torso up halfway. And you can kind of rock the tops of the hips forward and down towards the thighs as you lift the chest and the heart open. You might need to bend the knees a lot to do that. That's perfectly fine. Some of you might have the legs more straight. And then just lift the heart, feeling the heart rising. Good. Inhale here. And then exhale, bow down. Hands can go to calves, ankles, or heels. Just bowing down. And with a breath, hands to shins, lift up halfway, opening to what's in the heart as the heart rises. And then exhale, surrendering down with a deep bow and a wish. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, hands to shins, lifting the torso, opening to what's in the heart. And exhale, bowing down. May these injustices awaken hearts and minds. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. Now to the next full round, you can pause. Bend the knees, fingertips in line with the toes. And step the left foot far back. You can lower the left knee down for some stability. And then walk the right foot out to the right just an inch or two for a little more stability also. And at any time, you can always lower the hands back down. Otherwise, bring the hands to the right thigh, lifting the torso up. And then we're going to rotate the palms up like we did in the beginning. Thumbs back. Lift the chest and heart open. It's helpful to focus the eyes on one point out in front. If you close the eyes, it will feel a little more unstable. So opening the eyes, just letting the eyes land on one spot for stability and support as you open your heart wide. Good. Opening to the suffering of those who have experienced racial injustice. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, lower the hands down, and then swim the hips back, rock the hips back, lifting the right toes up, melting the belly towards the thigh, chest towards the knee, head towards the toes. And then that alchemical reaction, so we're touching the pain of those experiences, and we're sending out a wish. May these experiences of racial injustice that are being illuminated right now awaken hearts and minds. May these experiences that are being illuminated awaken hearts and minds. It's a rich opportunity. Good. So rock the hips forward, lifting the head, neck, and chest, swimming the arms back, palms up, open the heart. The spacious, capable heart, it can feel this, it can touch into it. It's strong. It's vast. It can hold this pain. Take a nice deep breath in, breathing into the truth of racial injustice and the suffering it's caused. And exhale, bow down, rock the hips back. May these experiences awaken hearts and minds. Inhale, rocking the hips forward, palms up, arching back, breathing into these experiences. And exhale, bow down to them, rocking the hips back. May these experiences awaken hearts and minds. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. And if you ever need a break, you can take a break. And you can just focus on the breath or the sensations in the body This feels like too much at any time. We can't always be 100% mindful of the pain and suffering of racial injustice 100% of the time. But it is important to know that we can touch it in a sustained way for long periods of time without being crushed by it. And these practices help us do that. But it can be helpful to take breaks. Good. So take a break at any time you need to. After the next full round, you can pause, rocking the hips forward into lunge pose with the hands on the floor, lifting head, neck, and chest, landing the hands back down to the ground. And take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, right foot back into plank pose or downward dog, your choice. And just pause there for a few breaths. Just integrating. And we'll move into downward dog if you're not there already. We'll lift the heels up. We'll take a nice deep breath in through the nose and then open mouth, Ujjayi exhalation as we lower the heels down. Again, inhale through the nose, lift the heels. Open the mouth, constrict the throat a little bit, lower the heels down with the out breath. Deep breath in, lift the heels. And open the mouth, exhale. Good, and from here, come forward and up into cobra or upward dog. Deep breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward and pause here. Right knee can lower down to the floor. It can help to walk the left foot out to the left an inch or two, maybe even the right foot out to the right a little bit, right knee out to the right a little bit, just to have the feet on railroad tracks instead of one in front of the other. A little more stability and support. And then bringing the hands to the left thigh. It's also helpful to make sure that the left heel is underneath the left knee. If it's back a little bit, it might be raised, and that can make the knee joint a little bit less stable. So heel beneath knee, hands to left thigh, lifting the torso up, and then rotate the palms up. Open the heart. Opening our hearts to all of the warriors on the road to equality, racial equality. Just allowing images to come to mind and heart of all of the warriors, the peaceful warriors, the impassioned warriors, celebrating them, standing with them. Take a nice deep breath in honor of them. And exhale, lower the hands down and rock the hips back, lifting the left toes up, melting belly towards thigh, chest towards knee, head towards toes. And bowing down to the warrior within us. The peaceful warrior, the impassioned warrior within us that can take a stand, that can kneel in honor of equality. Rock the hips forward, lift the chest, rotate palms up. Lunge pose, upraised with the arms back, the heart wide open, touching into the vast heart. And we're going to change the Tonglen phrase here. This is a phrase from Tara Brach. So just take a nice deep breath into all that this racial injustice is stirring in your own heart on the in-breath. And on the out-breath, as we lower the hands down and rock the hips back, may this experience be an opportunity to deepen compassion. So just pause here for a few breaths. May this experience be an opportunity to deepen compassion for those who have suffered at the hands of racial injustice. This COVID lockdown, there's not a lot of ways to escape right now from what's being illuminated. May this be an opportunity to deepen compassion for those who have suffered at the hands of racial injustice. Good. With the breath, rock the hips forward, lift the head, neck, and chest. Lift the torso up, arms wide open, heart wide open. Deep breath in, breathing into all that's there. And exhale, hands down, rock the hips back. May this experience be an opportunity to deepen compassion. Inhale, rock hips forward, lift the torso up, arms back, heart open, breathing into all that's there in your heart. And exhale, hands down, rock back, bow down. May this experience be an opportunity to deepen compassion. And continue your own breathing pace, just a few more rounds. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause. Eventually finding ourselves back into the lunge position, bending the left knee, lifting the chest, opening the heart. Inhale here. And exhale, slowly step the back foot forward. You might do a few steps since we've been in that position so long. It could be hard to bring it forward in one step. So just a few steps, stepping the leg forward. Good. And then bring the hands to the shins, lift the torso up halfway. Deep breath in here. And then exhale, bowing down. May this experience be an opportunity to deepen compassion for our brothers and sisters. Inhale, hands to shins, lift up halfway. Exhale, bow down. May this experience be an opportunity to deepen compassion. And continue at your own slow breathing pace. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause in the forward fold. And then extend the arms forward, lifting the torso up, lifting the arms up and back. Opening our arms and heart wide, opening to the care that's deep inside of us. And any other experiences that are surfacing, including them all. No child left behind. No emotional experience left behind. They're all welcome here in the warm, vast embrace of the heart. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, palms to the heart, and just pause, integrating for a few breaths. Good. And then we can just allow ourselves to have a nice cleansing, a nice washing free, to release any burdens of perspectives of injustice and racism that aren't ours, that are more cultural. So we're just going to wash that away and wash it away for our brothers and sisters as well. So feet about hip width apart. Bring the arms out to the sides and up. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, constrict the throat slightly. Open mouth, ujjayi exhalation. Bend the knees, hinge forward from the hips, cross the arms and bow the head, washing free. Good. Inhale, rising, open. Feel your vast heart. Good. Open the mouth, constrict the throat slightly. Washing free, washing free, washing free as we bow down. Good. Inhale, rising, open. Feel your inherent spaciousness. Yes, and Exhale, bowing down, washing free, washing free, washing free. Good. Inhaling, rising, open. Feel your vastness of heart. And releasing legacy burdens, cultural burdens, letting them go. They don't belong to us. Good. Rising, open. Feel your vastness. Yes. And one more. Exhale, washing free, washing free, washing free. Good. This time standing tall, arms out to the sides and up. And unite the palms, close the eyes, slide the hands down, center line to the center of heart. Slowly pausing there and witnessing. Standing clear. Standing tall. Standing deeply connected to your caring, strong warrior heart. Feel the power of that. Good. And softly release the arms, staying connected to your warrior heart. Softly open the eyes. And then you can lay down onto the earth, laying down on the belly for a rest. All warriors need moments of rest. So just resting here, you can either bring the arms alongside the body, or you can bend the elbows, forehead onto the forearms. And just resting deep into the belly. Inviting as many muscle groups in the body to rest as deeply as they can right now. Just a brief moment of rest before we continue on. Good, and take a nice deep breath in. Feel the low back rise. And exhale, feel the low back fall. Good. We're going to extend the right arm forward and rotate the right palm up. We're going to bring the back of the left hand onto the low back and lift the left arm, lift the left leg. So right palm is forward. You can lift the right hand up and maybe even lift the right arm up if that's available to you. Some of you will need to lower the arm back down. That's fine. And then the opposite leg lifts. The left leg lifts, the right arm lifts. And we're reaching out in loving care for our black brothers and sisters, our brown brothers and sisters, our red brothers and sisters, and our white brothers and sisters. We're reaching out for love and care and connection. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, slowly lower down and switch. Left arm forward, back of the right hand to the low back. Resetting. Good. Lift the head, neck, and chest. Rotate left palm up. Maybe keep the elbow down and lift the left hand, or you can lift the whole arm up. Lift the right leg, opposite leg and arm. Reaching out across the way for loving connection and support to our brothers and sisters. To all the children of the world, take a deep breath in. And exhale, lower down and switch. Right arm forward, back of the left hand onto the low back. And now with the breath more fluidly, inhale, right arm, left leg. And exhale, release and switch. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, release and switch. Out of loving connection with our brothers and sisters. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, release and switch. Inhale, left arm, right leg. And continue a few more rounds if you have some energy left. If not, you can rest. Your choice. It's a demanding exercise. It's a demanding pose, so take rest whenever needed. Good. And after the next full round, you can pause, placing the palms face down under the shoulders, lifting up onto all fours. And we'll do some cat-cow just to reset the spine and stretch the spine after all of that muscular tension and the back bending. So you can round the back, tuck the chin, and give it a nice, good, deep stretch. So good for the back to strengthen itself and then to stretch itself. And then lift the head, neck, and chest. Swing the buttocks up. Inhale here. Yes, and exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Good. And continue a few more rounds. Nice stretch. Good. Eventually lowering buttocks towards heels, forehead towards earth. And just surrendering here. Take a nice deep breath in. A nice sigh through the mouth. Good. And gently lift the torso up. Lift the chest. Lift the heart. And bring the legs out in front. Paschimottanasana, forward bending pose. You can start with the knees humbly bent. And this can help to rock the hips forward, to lengthen through the low back, hands on the thighs, shoulders back and down, a nice humble beginning to the pose. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, hinge forward from the hips first. And then you can slide the hands forward wherever they comfortably fall, letting go of striving, and instead tuning into the body, its cues, its sensations. And just seeing where it feels right to rest into the pose today. It might be different than yesterday or tomorrow. I believe this poem is by Bella Ruth Naprasek, but please forgive me if it's a different author. I don't feel called to share it with you, not knowing the author's name for sure. And it goes like this. Refuse to fall down. If you cannot refuse to fall down, refuse to stay down. If you cannot refuse to stay down, then lift your heart toward heaven, and like a hungry beggar, ask that it be filled, and it will be filled. You might be pushed down. You might even be kept from rising, but no one can keep you from lifting your heart to God. And for those of you who aren't religious, it could be lifting your heart to love. Or if you have a spiritual practice, no one can keep you from lifting your heart to higher self or the divine. And take a nice deep breath into your dear heart. A long, slow exhalation. And gently lift the heart. Let the heart rise. And lift the arms as an extension of the heart. Splay the fingers wide. And ask for some support from higher self, higher power, to help fuel you on this journey ahead of supporting your brothers and sisters, and of bringing greater equality to this world. Just call on some support and guidance for any small ways that you can contribute to this good fight, to this good, important cause. Good, and take a nice deep breath into that support and guidance. And then exhale, lean back, spread your arms and heart wide, and send some loving care to the other women who are practicing with us this morning, that they may feel supported in taking compassionate action for equality and justice, racial equality and racial justice, social justice. And that, by extension, our children will also feel supported in this journey ahead of them. Good. Receive that care from each other. Breathe it into yourself as you slowly lower down. And hug the knees into the chest and rock. Just nurturing yourself, soothing yourself a little bit. And then you can bring the arms out to the side, spread the arms wide. Lower the knees to the right, head rolls heavy on the floor to the left, and just let your heart melt open with lots of care for yourself and all the children of the world. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, knees to the chest. Deep breath in with knees to the chest. And exhale, knees to the left, head rolls heavy on the floor to the right. And just pause here. Letting your heart melt open like ice melting in the summer sun. Just melting open to its love and care of all the children of the world. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, bringing the knees to the chest. And with the breath. Inhale here. Exhale, knees to the right, head falls heavy on the floor to the left. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, knees to the left, head falls heavy on the floor to the right. And continue at your own slow breathing pace, following a nice slow rhythm. Just nurturing yourself. You did a lot of beautiful work. Now we can just feel the ease and joy of this fluid rhythmic movement, nurturing ourselves. This slow rhythmic movement helps to stimulate the release of endorphins, the feel-good hormones that help to counteract the stress hormones such as cortisol. So just feel the benefits of the sweet rhythmic movement nourishing you. Good. After the next full round, you can pause and we'll prepare for final relaxation practice. So you can feel free to cover yourself with a blanket or warm clothing. Feeling free to swing your legs up the wall if you're near a wall. For legs up the wall pose. If you have a couch or a chair nearby, you can lift your feet onto the couch or chair. It would be very, very helpful to have the legs elevated. And I'll be leading you through a systematic deep relaxation practice today. So in a few moments, I'll be inviting you to inhale, squeeze all the muscles in the body tight. When the sign is given to release, we'll relax fully and deeply. And then the second round, we'll stretch everything wide. And we do this because the muscles are often chronically tense, chronic tension in the muscles. They're neither fully engaged nor fully relaxed. So we engage them more fully so they can relax more deeply. It's kind of training them to relax that way. So take a nice deep breath in, scrunch up the face, make fists with the hands, point the toes, lift the arms and legs a little bit. Good. Deep breath in, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, stretching the jaw, open the eyes, lay fingers, stretch toes. Good. Close the eyes, close the mouth, and allow the entire body to be deeply, deeply relaxed. And begin to visualize or sense or feel a beautiful light surrendering the body in all directions, surrounding the body, helping the body to surrender more fully and deeply. Just relaxing into this loving light. Yeah, feel it nourishing you and supporting you, holding you. And bring the awareness to the light that rests near the soles of the feet. And invite this light into the feet, feeling the ankles relax. The calves and shins are softened and soothed. And this light moves up into the knees, creating warmth and space there. Invite this light up into the upper legs and feel both legs growing heavy and warm. This light shines into the hips, pouring into the pelvic area, pouring into the reproductive organs, harmonizing and balancing them. Visualize beautiful light in the darkness of the womb. This light shines into the digestive organs, cleansing and purifying them. This beautiful light shines into the chest, pouring into the heart. Visualize the heart radiating the infinite glow of loving kindness in all directions, including towards your own dear self, particularly towards yourself. Feel the loving light from your own dear heart shining itself on you and more parts of you. And bringing the awareness to the light that rests in the hands, bathing them in warmth. And invite this light into the hands, feeling the fingers and wrists relax. The forearms, elbows, and upper arms grow heavy and warm. And this light shines into the shoulders. Feel the shoulders relaxing. Warm light moves into the neck, softening and soothing the neck muscles. And bring the awareness to the light that rests near the very base of the spine. And invite this light up the spine, vertebra by vertebra, part by part. This light moves freely up the spine. Moves up into the neck, into the throat. The tongue softens. The lips are warmed. The cheekbones and jaw relax. The jaw is completely relaxed. Ears, nose, and eyes are all filled with the most beautiful light. And the eyelids grow heavy. The temples, the eyebrows, the center of the forehead relax. The center of the forehead is completely relaxed. And the entire face becomes expressionless. The sides of the head, the back of the head, and the crown of the head are all filled with light. And the entire body, the entire being is filled with and emanating the most beautiful, warm, healing light. Just be a witness to this light that's in you and around you and with you always. very gently invite the awareness back to the breath. And take a deep, rich breath in. And slowly exhale. Gently invite the awareness back to the physical body, slowly re-inhabiting the physical self. And you can roll all the way over onto the side. And just pause in a curled up fetal position for a moment's rest. Just lovingly beholding yourself. Gently press the hands into the earth, lifting the body up to seated. Coming to a comfortable seated position. Closing the eyes, checking the posture. Bringing the hands to the heart. And in the words of Sarah Powers, because we exist in an infinite sea of energy exchange, as we create a shift in our own consciousness, we truly do affect the greater whole. So thank you for caring enough to go inside and practice. Practicing touching the suffering and pain of racial injustice, and offering this alchemical reaction as it mixes with our deep, caring, compassionate, vast heart, and then sending a wish out to the world that truly does affect the greater whole. So thank you for caring enough to go inside and practice. In honor of these practices that help us to turn towards and be with the reality of life and feel empowered in the process of doing so, we offer ourselves and each other and all beings a deep, humble bow and namaste. Namaste.